Okay, for the problems we're going to work out here on page 12, 1 through 39, the odds. Okay, so I like these vocabulary and concept checks because it actually makes you think about what you're doing. Number one, how do you find the additive inverse of an integer? Remember, that's the same as its opposite. So how do you find the opposite of an integer? Change the sign. So, for instance, if it were 3, its additive inverse is negative 3. And if it were negative 7, the additive inverse is 7. Just change the sign. Number 3, it says tell whether the sum is positive, negative, or 0 without adding. Explain your reasoning. Well, for number 3, it would have been positive. Why positive? Because the positive number has a larger absolute value. Positive. The positive integer has a larger absolute value. Skipping to number 5. Negative 10 plus negative 18 is going to be negative, because we are keeping the common sign. Remember, same sign, add and keep, and those are both negatives, so we would keep it negative. Number 7, it says, we'll tell whether the statement is true or false, explain your reasoning, and for number 7, it says an integer and its absolute value are always opposites. An integer and its absolute value are always opposites. Well, let's think about that. Negative 3 is an integer, and its absolute value is 3. So those are opposites. But 5 is an integer as well, and its absolute value is 5, not its opposite. No, this is false. Why is it false? Because positive integers are equal to their absolute values. Excellent. For these next 8 odd problems, we have to remember the rules. Same sign, add and keep. Different sign, subtract. Keep the sign of the larger number. So here we go. Negative 4 plus negative 6 equals, well, 4 plus 6 is 10, and we keep the common sign. Same sign, add and keep. Over here, different sign, subtract the number parts, and keep the sign of the number with the greater absolute value, which in this case is the positive. So I keep it positive. Number 13, 8 plus negative 8. These are opposites. And whenever I add opposites, I get 0. 15, negative 3 plus positive 13. Different signs. So I'm going to subtract the numbers and keep the sign of the 13 here. So keep it positive. Negative 3 plus negative 1, same sign. So I add the numbers and I don't forget to keep the sign. Number 19, 0 plus negative 11. Anything plus 0 is just the same number. That's called the additive identity. Negative 13 plus 9, different sign, so I subtract. 13 take away 9 is 4. And the negative has the bigger absolute value, so we keep it negative. And finally, negative 25 plus negative 9, same sign, so I add the numbers and I keep the sign. All right. For number 25, we have to fix this problem. They have negative 10 plus negative 10 equals 0. And they were probably thinking that these were opposites, but obviously they're not opposites. They're the same. I have two negatives. And remember, same sign, add and keep. So it should have been negative 10 plus negative 10 equals, add the number parts, keep the sign, negative 20. For number 26, oh no, don't do that, evens. For number 27, the problem reads, your bank account has a balance of negative $12. You deposit $60. What is your new balance? So you started off with a bank account balance of negative $12, which is horrible because you owe the bank money. They usually give you fees for that. It starts costing you because you took out more money than you had in the bank. But you ran down there as fast as you could with $60 in your pocket, and you gave it to them, and you said, here, please, put that in my account. So you had negative 12, but you added 60. And it says, what's your new balance? Well, obviously, your new balance is going to be more than negative 12, but it's going to be less than 60 because you already owed the bank money. Sometimes kids will do this problem and get like 72, or that doesn't make any sense. So different signs. I have a negative and a positive, so I subtract those numbers. 60 take away 12 is 48. And I keep it positive for the 60, which is good because now I've got money in the bank. I might as well take some money out and go blow it on something, right? Just joking. Save your money. Well, on these problems, there's actually some tricks you can do to make them a little easier on yourself, although you don't have to. Some people would just go from left to right here. Negative 8 plus 13, different sign, so I subtract to get 5, and I keep it positive. And then positive 5 plus negative 13 would be different sign, so I subtract to get 8, and I would keep it negative. But remember, because this is all addition, I can add in any order I want to. And I'm going to add 13 plus negative 13 first, because those are opposites. So the negative 8 is going to stay. I didn't touch that one yet. Plus, and this 13 plus negative 13 is 0. Negative 8 plus 0 equals negative 8. This one here, similarly, I could add the 7 and the negative 7 first to get 0, plus this negative 12 that I haven't done anything with yet. 0 plus negative 12 is negative 12. This one doesn't have opposites I can add together, but I'd actually like to put the positives together first. 6 plus 14 is 20, plus negative 9. Well, now I've got different signs, a positive and a negative, so I subtract. And I keep it positive because 20 has a larger absolute value than negative 9, so positive 11. All right, finally, the last three problems here. And I've got 22 plus negative 14 plus negative 35. I'm going to put, since I can add these in any order, I'm going to combine my negatives first. So the 22 just sticks. Negative 14 plus negative 35. Same sign, so I add and keep. 14 plus 35 will be 49. And don't forget to keep. Keep what? Keep the sign. So same sign here, add and keep this common sign. Now I have 22 plus negative 49. Different sign now, so I'm going to subtract. 49 take away 22 is 27. So different sign, subtract, keep the sign of the larger absolute value, which in this case is the negative. Negative 27. Number 37, I'm going to put the two positives together first. So 26 plus 14 is 40. And now I have negative 19 plus 40. Different sign, so I subtract to get 21, and I keep it positive for the 40. And all negatives now. So which ones would I put together first? Actually, I'm going to put this negative 41 and the negative 29 first, together first. Same sign, so I'm going to add and keep. But I know when that 1 gets together with that 9, it's going to have a 0 in the 1's place, so I like that better. So negative 41 plus negative 29 gives me negative 70. Same sign, add and keep. I still have to add on this negative 15. Now you could have added them in a different order. You'd still get the same answer. Negative 70 plus negative 15, same sign, so I add and keep. Awesome job. Now you can go and do journal page 10 and watch the video for it. See ya.